The latest rumor regarding the Marvel Cinematic Universe claims that Iron Man actor Robert Downey Jr. has agreed to return. Let's get into this here. This rumor comes courtesy of Scooper My Time to Shine Hello, who wrote on X, RDJ already agreed to come back. He has shared a photo of a young Robert Downey Jr. there as Iron Man. Looks like that one's from Iron Man 3. That's what it looks like, at least. That's pretty much the gist of the rumor, but it does come on the heels of a previous one from Tatiana Siegel at Variety, who claims sources say there have been talks to bring back the original gang for an Avengers movie. This would include reviving Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man and Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow, both of whom were killed off in Avengers Endgame. However, Siegel noted the studio had not committed to the idea yet, and salaries such as Robert Downey Jr.'s $25 million for Iron Man 3 could be a hurdle. Interestingly, we did get some comments from Marvel Studios producer Steven Broussard back in February. He told Gizmodo that Robert Downey Jr. was off the table. This is what he said. Well, I think one of the meta narratives of Phase 4 was about new characters. It was about new people stepping into mantles. If you look at like Cassie Lang in Quantumania getting a suit, and Kate Bishop and Hawkeye, new characters being introduced like Jack and Werewolf by Night. He then shared, after these first 10 years of Marvel storytelling, torches are being passed, like with Robert Downey Jr. no longer being on the table and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a new generation stepping to the forefront, which again has always happened in the comics. I'm not sure that it's actually true. They've always tried to do that. Whether or not it's been successful, to varying degrees. Clearly, the Marvel Now stuff where they were absolutely trying to replace all of the characters was not very successful. Usually they had sidekicks and things like that. They weren't really replacing the characters. So, but that's what he had to say. He said Robert Downey Jr. was off the table back in February. Looks like things have changed if these recent rumors from Tatiana Siegel and My Time to Shine Hello are accurate. As for Robert Downey Jr., he has commented on a possible return. Previously, he told GQ back in April 2021, I have alighted for now. Real world to save, but never say never. The real world that he's talking about is he's literally making crickets to farm. So he's trying to turn people into like, so they'll eat bugs and stuff like that. Just really bizarre, strange stuff. Not really saving the world. Anyways, back in 2019, he told Digital Spy, we had to get off. We opted to and knew it was part of the job to get off the bus while it rolled on to other destinations. There's something very sobering about it. I'm glad he's referring to Chris Evans, Captain America actor, and I will be there to welcome others as they retire their jerseys, indicating that he didn't seem to be coming back. However, there have also been numerous rumors that Marvel Studios is planning to soft reboot the Marvel Cinematic Universe with their Avengers Secret Wars film, and that Downey and other previous Avengers actors will return for that. We had Joanna Robinson, the author of MCU, The Reign of Marvel Studios, appear on the Watch podcast where she said this, well, that's what Secret Wars probably is. I think that's exactly what Secret Wars is. We have a quote from Kevin Feige sort of implying as much. I'm not sure what that quote is. I haven't seen that. She doesn't really elaborate on that. Nevertheless, she goes on and says that like Secret Wars will serve as a soft reboot in which they can prune everything that's not working and just keep what is, or bring back people you thought were gone forever. If Chris Evans is like, you know what, my post-Captain America career is not going the way that I wanted to. I want to come back and pick up the shield. Or Danny's like, you know, what is too much money? Implying that they would back up a dump truck full of cash to him to get him to return. Scooper Still Abdul also posited back in September that Secret Wars would be effectively a soft reboot for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He says, this is going to reboot the MCU as we know it. Now, the concept in 2015 Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars is that all of these different Earths were kind of molded together. Yes, Feige is basically taking pieces of stuff that he wants to keep from all of these different realities, and he's going to put it together as a new Marvel Universe. He then reiterated the MCU Earth 616 as we know it. That's going to be gone, not as far as erasing the history of the stories, but that's not going to be the same Marvel Universe by the end of Secret Wars. My Time to Shine Hello also posted this back in September. He said, if Endgame was the closure to the beginning of the MCU with Iron Man, then Secret Wars is the finale to the Marvel franchises that came before Iron Man and the MCU. We also had Scooper, Can We Get Some Toast, respond to a scoop from My Time to Shine Hello, talking about Deadpool 3. And he said, yes, Hugh Jackman won't be recast until after Avengers Secret Wars. Feige is making Secret Wars the send-off to not only the current MCU, but all the Marvel movies that came before Iron Man. It's the ultimate soft reboot to make way for something all new and all different. There's also precedence for actors reprising their roles after they said they had moved on. Specifically, we have Hugh Jackman, previously said he was done with Wolverine back in 2021. He said, I realized before we shot Logan, I was like, we got the idea. We knew what it was going to be ish, right? And I thought, this is it. And that really helped me. It really helped knowing I was going into my last season, that it was my last season, that I made the most of it. He then concluded saying, and it's still a character I hold close to my heart, but I know it's done. Tell that to whoever you want, but please tell it to Ryan Reynolds because he doesn't believe it. He thinks I'm joking. Please. Well, lo and behold, Jackman announced that he would be reprising his role as Wolverine in Deadpool 3, and he appeared in a bit announcing the film alongside Ryan Reynolds back in September 2022. There's also a report that Robert Downey Jr. might have already returned and that he might be making an appearance in Captain America Brave New World. We had a U.S. Customs and Border Protection employee make such a claim back in July. Nawara Shora posted to LinkedIn. He said, they are filming Captain America 4 around the White House and near my office. I was on a quick errand walk as I noticed all the lights and equipment and finally asked one of the security folks about it. He was so talkative and nice. Said, spoiler, Robert Downey Jr. was there last night and they were driving all sorts of supercars. We had a good talk and some laughs. I kept hoping for some producer to walk up to me and demand, you have to play my next superhero. He then shared a photo of what he encountered from the production on the streets and said, photo is a sample of what's all over the streets. And there he is with that like light fixture or whatever that is on the streets. So what do you make of this latest rumor? Do you think Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Do you think he should come back? And what does this tell you about the current state of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that he already has to return after exiting in Avengers Endgame in 2019, that we're only 4 years out, and they're already talking about bringing Robert Downey Jr. back? I don't think that is good for the state of the Marvel Cinematic Universe as it stands, and I think it is an admission that what they have done has not worked. People have rejected it, and they are indeed desperate to try and win back the favor that they threw away.
Subscribe for more.